So, Nikki, we met about 8 years ago.
That's correct.
And you came to me for your breasts. At that time, you were complaining that they were a little on the low side.
Yeah.
A little on the low side. So you came in and you said, I need a lift.
That's right.
So what happened? You said you had been seeing a few people before me.
I saw 2 other doctors first just to give myself 3 consultations. And you were the only doctor that said I do not need a breast implant, that I had enough breasts to just do a little reduction and a lift. And so I went that way because the whole natural feel made more sense to me.
There's more to it than that, actually, too, because I'm not a big fan of putting implants at the same time as doing a lift. They have sort of contradictory or conflicting forces working on your breast. If you put an implant in, you want it to fall into the breast. At the same time, you're trying to lift the breast, so you've got these 2 things going on, and oftentimes you could end up with close to a 25% complication rate with that.
I do remember that, you explaining that to me.
Yeah. So there's no benefit to that. And most people say, oh, you need an implant because they want to give upper pole fullness. But with the newer techniques, you can create a rotation where you're really getting a natural coning of the actual breast tissue itself. So it holds up by itself, and the skin's no longer acting as a sling to hold it.
Yep.
So that was first.
Then
we went on to the belly, huh?
Belly.
Yeah. So what happened there? You had lost a lot of weight?
I lost a lot of weight, and I had that overhang and just a little bit of in there still.
Yeah. So the belly apron, which we always want to get rid of.
So we did that, and then, of course, your Berlet Belly Button.
Oh, yeah?
That came out perfect.
That
was one of my main concerns.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, but I wouldn't stop talking about the belly button. You're like, I'm going to do the belly button. Don't worry about it.
Well, that's understandable. That's you're going to go through a whole process, and I always feel you need to be bikini worthy.
Well, I liked my belly button before, so that's why I wanted it to stay nice.
Yeah, so you want a nice innie with a hood, and it looks natural. You don't want. Oftentimes when people do the belly button, they either put the stitches on the outside, then it looks like a sun, or you can make it a vertical, and it ends up looking like excuse the expression, butt crack. We don't want that in the middle of your belly.
No, I definitely didn't want that.
So this technique does play itself off.
I have the perfect belly button.
You get a natural hitting. Well, that's always good to hear.
And it's funny, other people that have had tummy tucks always ask me, can I see your belly button?
It's a telltale.
And they're always like, damn, that's a good belly button. Like, I know.
Yeah, there you go.
You don't realize how important something like that is.
Yeah, it'll make or break you.
And
but
so
you have to be bikini worthy.
That's right. I'm ready to move on to some of my aging. I need a little anti-aging. What do you think I need?
So how old are you now, honey?
46.
46. You look pretty good for 46. You're hanging in there.
Thank you.
So what happens is, in your 40s, you're losing volume in your face. Typically, the eyes start getting a little heavy. You get a little hooding, sometimes some bags. I don't see many bags in you. I see some hollowing in your midface, a little heaviness in your lids. And you have prominent eyes. They're probably your best feature. Really nice, big blues. So you can trim them up, look a little more crisp on the upper lids, and then you can fill some volume into your face, and maybe a little into the temples, and that'll soften the whole thing, bring it right back into your 20s. What do you think?
Yeah.
Good deal.